So who is MIO going to be? Well, this is what we know so far. MIO is a soldier from the Agnes Nation and is the only party member who is 19 years old. She is a Gormoti and wields twin rings, which she uses in conjunction with her high agility to easily avoid attacks. She is also an officer of the Agnes Nation, and although she likes to help her friends out regularly, she is the type to bottle up her own problems. This therefore makes me think that MIO is going to become a very strong and confident person throughout this game. She likely at the beginning of the game though will be a very passive person, as she deals with her own many different anxieties, as she tries to take on everyone else's problems and deal with them all by herself, and thus throughout the game she will start to rely more on others and open up as a person, revealing a very kind and sweet young girl who wants to do her best for others and protect her friends. I also believe that she'll be very caring to all of the other party members. Being the oldest of the group, she will likely feel that it is her responsibility to mother the other party members, and will likely act like a big sister to all of them, which will likely be her true nature and bring her much joy. I also think that MIO will have a huge impact on the main story, more so than any other character. MIO will likely be essential to convincing the Agnes Nation to stop their assault on the Kivas Nation, and I'm practically certain that she will play a vital role in this endeavour, living up to her name as being one of the protagonists of this game. Her role might not be as impactful though at the beginning of the game, as this will likely be when Noah holds the spotlight instead, but even with that being the case, she will likely still have some important moments. She'll probably, like I mentioned before, try to take on everything on her own, so that she doesn't have to put her friends and those younger than her in harm's way. This obviously won't go down very well though with the rest of the party, and will likely be the start of where MIO starts to rely on others and places her trust into them as well. Her being an officer from the Agnes Nation may also play a role in the story at the beginning, as being an officer she might have information and knowledge which is usually withheld from the other members of the Agnes Nation, which could relate to those clocks that we heard so much about in the trailer, and may be a key plot point within this game. But something else that will provide us with a few key plot points will be the relationships that MIO builds with the other party members. And the obvious one of these is of course going to be with Noah. Chances are MIO's gonna develop some feelings for Noah just like he does for her. And does this mean that Xenoblade's gonna get its first official couple? Probably not, but we can dream, eh? Starting to develop these feelings for Noah will likely help her overcome some of the things that we said earlier, and it will help her trust and rely on him and the other party members throughout this game. I also think that her and Senna are going to have an adorable relationship. We already know that these two see each other as sisters, and whilst I don't think that the relationship is actually going to change all that much, I think it's going to be beautiful as both of these characters change over time and their sisterly behaviours change with it. And finally, I think her and Uni are actually going to have a pretty interesting relationship as well. Chances are that both of them are going to like Noah, and even though that might lead to some toxic discussions at the beginning of the game between these two, primarily from Uni, I think over time the two of them will develop to be very good friends and simply regard each other as rivals like we've seen in a previous game. And now here comes the big one, her relationship with older characters. It's kind of obvious, but MIO is going to be related to Nia in one way or another. Now, I've already given my thoughts on the relationship between these two in my prediction video, so you can check that out for more detail, but I think that MIO may somehow be Nia's sister, and this would explain many things such as her similar appearance, her almost identical core crystal, and how and why she is an Offseer. In conclusion, MIO will be a very caring and strong person, and even though she may bottle up all of her emotions at the beginning of the game, over time she will learn to trust in others and rely on them, and realise that she is not alone and she doesn't have to deal with everything on her own. And this will help her have the confidence to stand up to Nia and help stop this war that is waging on in Ionia Enios. And that's who I think Mio is going to be. If you want to know who I think Noah is going to be though, then click on this video right here. Otherwise, I thank you all for watching and hope you've enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.